What's up guys, T-Slaps here, and we are back with more Draft League content. I'm your coach of the Austin FC for Tierlings, and this is our Week 6 battle of the SDA, our second Draft League going up on the channel. This week we're going up against Coach Arcaniner and the West Texas Arcaniners. We're coming off an unfortunate loss last week where we forgot to click the Terra button and lost the game to some stall. And at this point, we pretty much have to win out to have a chance at playoffs. It's really all or nothing at this point, and we're not backing down. In case you missed our previous battle or want to watch the entire SDA season up to this point, the playlist is down in the description. Of course, you can go check out our opponent down in the description if they have any socials, as well as be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on our comeback to draft, as we are uploading 2 leagues weekly with the goal of 2 back-to-back championships. And finally, hit that like button if you do video. We're going to go into the team builder section of the video, and on screen is a timestamp where you can go ahead and skip to see the battle. Now, our opponent has a very scary offensive team with Iron Boulder as their first pick and one of the most powerful Pokemon in the format currently. We also have Veil support with Alolan Ninetales, amazing Terra Captains in Noivern and Sceptile, and other Pokemon that's going to make their team very hard to prep for. But if we want to clutch out a playoff spot this season, we're going to have to pull up with an even better team and win this week. In order to deal with Iron Boulder and any other physical threats on my opponent's team, we have Mudsdale. Physically defensive Mudsdale with stamina does very well in beating Iron Boulder, as well as Excadrill and the Palmot. Our opponent does not have a great switch in into Earthquake and Stone Edge, with Throx to chip down their team, as Excadrill is their only form of hazard removal. Their team does not appreciate Stealth Rocks at all, or are very forced into running heavy duty boots, so hazards will be very important to get up against our opponent. We are also packing Roar to phase out Pokemon that want to come in on Mudsdale and provide additional rocks damage across their team, and of course stop any setup on our Mudsdale. To add to our physical defense, along Mudsdale is physically defensive Rotom Wash. We're running leftovers with Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Discharge, and Pain Split. Hydro Pump is our standard water stab, and when it comes to running double electric coverage this week, I wanted to make sure my Rotom could switch into the Vaporeon, and rather than just having a Volt Switch right out, because that's our only electric stab, I wanted to be able to sit in and pressure it, so that's why we're running the Discharge. It's also really important, as it can spread paralysis across my opponent's team, which would be very huge. I wanted to keep Volt Switch for momentum as well, and then we have Pain Split as our final slot to keep our Rotom healthy. We can take on the Entei, the Vaporeon, and some of the physical threats as Mudsdale to keep some of that pressure off of it. Now we needed a Pokemon to help fund some of the special attacks coming at the team with especially defensive Klefki. We have Dazzling Gleam as our main stab to hit Pokemon such as the Noivern, and Foul Play, which hits my opponent's team extremely well with Pokemon such as the Iron Boulder, the Entei, and the Excadrill with their huge attack stats. I wanted to add a hazard stack potential with spikes on this Klefki to really put pressure on the Excadrill to spin. And as secret tech, we have Magnet Rise to allow us to sit in front of the Choice Lock's Excadrill or even the Iron Boulder if that is Choice Locked. This Klefki should deal decently with the Noivern and Porygon Z, stopping them from spamming normal moves such as Boom Burst or Tri Attack, and it should be well at sitting in front of the Alolan Ninetales. Now switching more into the offensive side of the team, we have our Speed Boost Blaziken looking to make up for the performance last week. Close Combat has almost no switching, and with almost no priority to threaten my Blaziken, Life Orb hits should be almost impossible to switch into. We have Stone Edge for the Noivern prior to Terastallizing, and for the Chandelure. We have Earthquake, which can also hit the Chandelure 100% of the time, and it also hits the Iron Boulder super effectively. We have max speed to tie with Chandelure, and at +1 we outspeed everything naturally. With Protected Guarantee, we can get the speed boost off. Next up we have Dragapult, which is a Pokemon that naturally outspeeds everything on my opponent's team without a speed boost. So we have Infiltrator instead, so we can hit past Aurora Veil if it gets set up by the Alolan Ninetales. We're opting for a 3-attack U-turn set this week with Extra Belt to hopefully break for our Blaziken late game, and for our 6 Pokemon yet to be revealed. Dual Stab Shadow Ball and Draco Meteor hits really well into my opponent's side, with Flamethrower to hit the Alolan Ninetales and Excadrill even harder. U-turn helps us gain fast switch initiative if needed, and with our speed investment, we'd speed tie with modest Scarf Porygon Z. Lastly, also looking to make up for the mistake we made last week is Lycanroc Day. I decided on a Scarfed Terra Rock set this week. With the Scarf, we can outpace nearly my opponent's entire team, other than Scarf Iron Boulder or Noivern, or the Unburdened Sceptile. Terra Rock makes our stab Stone Edge hits even harder and can 2-hit KO just about everything on my opponent's team. We have a Cell Rock in case we need to hit an Unburdened Speed Boosted Sceptile, with Break as a way to hit Excadrill and to break Aurora Veil. We have Sand Rush in case they set up Manual Sandstorm, so we can still outspeed and kill that Excadrill. And Endeavor in case we need a last second Hail Mary to bring down a Pokemon such as the Vaporeon or anything else that will allow us to win with something else in the back. That's our team for week 6 of the SDA. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments if you think we can keep our playoff hopes alive and what changes you would have made while prepping. Make sure you're subscribed to not miss a single week of draft league content. The playlist is in the description for the SDA and our other Wi-Fi league, the UNPL Academy. Go check out our opponent as well in the description below. If they have any socials, they will be down there. Thank you so much for sticking around for the team builder. Please leave a like if you did enjoy, and without holding you any longer, let's hop right into the battle. All right, and we are heading into the battle here against our opponent. Let's see which 6 they decided to bring. As I already let y'all know, this battle is kind of for my chances at playoffs, to be honest. It's pretty scary. It's pretty freaking scary. So they got Iron Boulder, which sucks. Definitely sucks. They did bring the Excadrill, which I kind of like half expected not to see, but it's fair. It's fair. It'll definitely be like a mold breaker set, if anything. Noivern, which is their Terramon. I'm gonna like completely underline it since I seem to like to forget about Terra. Vaporeon and Sceptile, which is also one. So they brought both of them. Okay, so no Ninetales, so no Veil is awesome. No Porygon Z is nice. No Palmot. No, Chandelure is super nice as well. That's something I definitely like didn't prep for hard enough and definitely could have been a problem for my team. So we're just gonna go ahead and lead off with, I feel like, is Oe, yeah, I think Oe's a U-turn set. The Oe's pretty free to U-turn. Worst case, they'd lead Noivern, I guess. I could also lead like Rotom, that's physically defensive. And so I don't really appreciate taking a Noivern Draco with that. So I think actually I want to just lead with Pole. I'm going to lead with Pole and just get a U-turn off. I think that's fair. My safest bet against his team. Good look up onto our opponent. Already wished it. Like I was saying, this game is kind of just keep our playoff hopes alive. At this point, if we don't win out, if we win out, we pretty much lock playoffs. If we lose one game, then we probably have like a 5 to 10% chance of making playoffs. And then any more than that, we definitely are not making playoffs. So definitely got to be careful. So no Ninetales for Veil is really nice. No PZ is nice because normal spam could have been really annoying. They're going to lead off with their Noivern, which I don't love. And we don't see Frisk. So let me mark that down. Their Noivern is probably Infiltrator then, or definitely Infiltrator. I really wish I could U-turn here, but I don't. I mean, I think I can U-turn here for free. I don't think they're going to be a Scarf Noivern. I think that's a terrible bring enemy. They could Terra here, which I totally could see them doing. They're going to go ahead and swap out. So we get a free U-turn off as they go into Excadrill. Very interesting. So we're going to, are we going to see Mold Breaker? Yeah, Mold Breaker Drill as we expected. And then Infiltrator. We're going to get a free U-turn off. We're going to get a crit. We're going to see Helmet, no Helmet. And this is pretty free for us to just go into our Rotom. Or do we want to go Blaze? We can go into our Mudsdale, actually, and set up our rocks here. I think setting up our rocks is super free. We are going to see leftovers on this thing, which is pretty cool. The leftovers. And we're going to get a free Earthquake off on his team. We're going to set up rocks. I think setting up rocks is fine. We know it's not Balloon. We know nothing like that. So this thing's got to be scared out. I don't care if you want to try to stay in and spin my rocks away. You got to be scared. So I should get my rocks up for free, which is nice. I mean, their best switching is like Vape or Sceptile. They're going to switch out here. Vape and... Who am I missing? Entei? There we go. They can go into Sceptile here. I'm pretty fine. We're going to go ahead and set up our rocks. Now, we kind of have to go into our Clef Key here against this Sceptile. And the Sceptile can be very, very scary for me. It is a special set. I'm not really appreciating it. It can tear it into a Fire type here, which would be even worse. So I don't love the situation that we're in right now. The Sceptile is very scary. I'm going to go ahead and... I think I want to go into my Clef Key here. And then I want to double out into my Blaziken. Because then I know I'll eat the Terra Fire and I can scout for that. And then it gives me the speed boost that I need to outspeed this thing. So I think that's what I want to go for. Because that plus one I do outspeed a Sceptile, I imagine, right? We definitely do. Okay, so I think that's the play I want to make. We're going to see Giga Drain knock me down to 125. I'm going to get knocked down to 125 with that. So it did 23 with a Giga Drain. So that's specs then? Or did it get a crit and I didn't notice? It might have gotten a crit and I didn't notice. But 23 is looking like specs damage. I'm going to go ahead and... They have to swap here. If they swap out, they go into Drill. Or they go into Entei. So I think going... And setting up my... Oh, well, they go Drill and they try to set up remove hazards from here. I can go into Blaziken here, get my speed boost off, and be in a great spot. So, yeah, I think they're specs. They can be specs. Giga, Drain, and they're specs for sure. And they're going to go into their Drill here, which is fine with me. I can go ahead and swap out. And now we pressure this thing because we're going to get our speed boost. They can get their leftovers, but we should get our speed boost here, right? Why do we have to stay in? Am I not speed boost? Hello? I assume because I swapped in, I get my speed boost, but that might be wrong, and that sucks because this thing's just gonna get the spin for free here because of my mistake. I thought I get it because I didn't like. Wow. Let me make. Am I tripping? Did I not get the speed boost? I didn't. Okay. That sucks. I'm kind of forced now to swap out as they get a free spin off. That's how it goes. I'm going to have to swap out here. And they're going to get a free spin. We know that for next time, I guess. Yeah, I couldn't risk it. That sucks. That sucks because I can't allow my Blaziken to die here. Blaziken is super, super good for this team. Kind of sweeps in game. Kind of my win con, hopefully, once I get rid of this Drill. But unfortunately, I just couldn't do anything about that. We're gonna go ahead and set up our rocks again. Once again, if they go into Sceptile, then we can. I'll probably put it into Blaziken next time because I think they'll Terrafire on the prediction of Klefki. Or I could go into Dragapult, but I think I'll probably just go into maybe I'll go Dragapult next time. And then if they go into Vaporeon, we go into Rotom. So this is free rocks again. As they're going to set up their own rocks, which we don't love, of course. We don't love that. But, and stealth rocks. So we're going to trade rocks here. Both of our sides are going to trade rocks. And I get to EQ for free here. I mean, worst case, I guess they go Noivern. But that's cool with me. I mean, you just don't stay in and spin, right? Just never do that. So I think I'm going to Roar, actually. I'm going to Roar. Or I can Stone Edge. That covers the Sceptile coming in. Does good damage. That covers the Noivern coming in. I mean, Sceptile comes in here. I can go ahead and click. Do I want to Stone Edge or do I want to Roar? I want to Roar. I think Roar's nice. It also covers Vaporeon coming in. They're just going to spin. They don't care about this Excadrill at all, dude. I'm so confused. So I roared at least, so that's nice. This thing's gone. But now I have to start my 8 rocks again, and I really hope I get the Iron Boulder here. I hope I get the Entei here. Oh, yeah. Okay, they're just really okay with letting the Excadrill die. That's something I need to know. They're going to go in Entei here, or be forced in Entei. Oh my gosh, that Entei sprite looks crazy. That looks amazing. This is cool with me. I'm going to stay in and just fire off an attack. Or I can set up my rocks here, which I think is fine as well. I am at +2 defense, which is nice. So I know I live any hit from this thing easily. I kind of just want to go ahead and fire off a Stone Edge here. We'll save our rocks for now. They are going to withdraw. Am I going to get the Noivern? Am I going to catch the Noivern? We're going to see a Sceptile, so there's going to be a strong Stone Edge under the Sceptile, which is nice. And we're going to do a little under half, which is nice. It's great damage. So I think, want to pivot into Dragapult this time. And it'll scout for the Terrafire. It'll stop out for the grass. We know we outspeed. They aren't unburdened or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I want to take chip damage with Blaziken, which is nice because I'm Life Orb. I don't want to take Rocks chip right now. So we're gonna go ahead and pivot into our Sceptile here. No way you tear a dragon knowing that I brought in Klefki last time. I refuse to believe that's ever your play. So we can go ahead and swap out, go into our Dragapult here, and honestly just like fire off an attack, fire off a nice big old strong move against their team. A nice like Shadow Ball or something. So they're gonna Giga Drain me. Wow, that did a lot more than I expected. That was a crit, that's why. That makes sense. I was like, why did that do so much? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. So they aren't Terra Fairy. They can fire off a Draco here and do a good amount. I wouldn't kill anymore, which sucks. So I might have to U-turn. That's what I'm going to do here. That really sucks that he got that crit because that put him outside of Draco range. And that's just a lot of chip that I did not want to take on my Dragapult. Limits how many times I can bring it into hazards now with these rocks because I don't have a way to remove them. That's pretty awful. That's pretty awful crit there. But we're going to go ahead and U-turn out. There might be afraid of like Dragon Darts killing or something. So yeah, I'm going to get a free U-turn off. And this thing is now staying at like at 80% now. It's like much healthier than what it would have been at. So they're going to go into drill here. I'm going to go into my... I got another crit on U-turn. I've crit twice now with this U-turn, but it means nothing. It means nothing. So not as much as that Giga Drain crit meant. We're going to go ahead and go into our Mudsdale again. And I'm going to get my rocks up and see what they want to do. Because I don't think they stay in this time. They have no reason to. Because last time they stayed in, they just really wanted to get rocks off the field, right? That was like their whole point. That's the whole reason they did that play. But this time, they shouldn't stay in. They have no reason to stay in and attack my Mudsdale right now. I'm going to go ahead and set up my rocks here. Get a free little switch. So now we're both going to have our rocks up again, which is nice. They're going to go back into Sceptile. This time I'm going to go back into my Klefki. And just sit there, I guess. I'm just going to sit with my Klefki. Maybe set up spikes. I'll probably double, actually. I'm going to go into my Klefki here. And then I'm probably going to double, predicting the drill to come in. And then that would mean either Blaziken comes in. But I don't like that Blaziken again. It'd be a risky double, what I do here. I could also go for... I don't know. I'm curious what they want to do here. I'm forced into a tough play here to force some progress, which I don't love. But it's something I'm going to have to do right now. Following me bringing in my Klefki here. Because if they go into Excadrill, that's cool. Like, I'm not doing a ton with Foul Play. And they're just able to sit in here. I mean, Foul Play is doing about half. That's not bad. I mean, it assumes, or it depends on their Excadrill spread. I can't really tell a lot just based off like a U-turn damage, but we can go ahead, go into our Klefki here. Are they going to make a double or something like that? They're going to Terra into a Fire type finally, I think. Or are they going to Terra Dragon? There's no way they're Terra Dragon in this matchup. Terra Fire just makes so much more sense. Okay, so they're going to Terra Fire finally, which sucks. I imagine the Terra Blast is going to come out, and down goes my Klefki, right? Yeah, so good play on them. That was a great play this time. They didn't do it last time. Didn't think they'd do it this time. But down goes my Klefki. And we know it's Specs, right? We know it's Specs in Terra Blast right now. So we can go ahead and go into a Rotom here, which is nice. Or I can go into Kirby, right? I go into Kirby, start firing off hits. I start outspeeding his team. I have rocks up right now. That's amazing. I think that's what I want to do instead. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Blaziken here. We know it's Choice Specs into this. And how much is the Terra Blast Fire doing right now? It's actually doing like a solid amount. Which I don't love. But we can CC for here. We can Stone Edge for free. I'm going to CC because I want chip on. I mean, worst case, they go Blaziken or Noivern here. But I can outspeed the following turn. a Noivern, I believe. And then we can just like Stone Edge next turn or something like that. Let me make sure. Yeah, we can outspeed next turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire off a CC here. Should be fine. They're gonna withdraw. So now these rocks are really gonna chip down the Sceptile, which is great. They're gonna go into their Noivern here. They're gonna take Rock's chip. So I really wanted Stone Edge here, but I mean, I can just CC here. Now, if they're specs, that's a problem, right? If they're specs, that's completely a problem for me. And I wish I had like Vacuum Wave or something to pick this off. But I just can't risk them being... I think I might have said specs. I can't risk them being Scarfed. I can't risk them being Scarfed at all. That would be awful. That'd ruin my whole game, I think. I'd have trouble breaking Vape and Inte. So I have to swap here. The thing is, I don't have a great switch into this. I can go into... I can go into Rotom though, I think. I think Rotom's pretty free to go into. I'm not going to enjoy it. Definitely not. But I don't want to risk this Noivern being Scarfed, right? I just can't risk it. And it should die to rocks at this point. So there's no reason for him to sack this thing. They're just going to Boom Burst me. 138 down to 68. Throat Spray. Okay. The Throat Spray. So I wish I stayed in. I really wish I stayed in. I'm just... I'm playing too safe, I think. So... that's fine here. I'm going to go ahead and stack off my Rotom. I don't need it. That or I can go into my Polt here. Would be crazy, but there's no point because they just Dragon Move here. They Dragon Pulse or Draco if they have it, and they're in a fine spot because of the Throat Spray. At least that should be their play. I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch on the off chance they don't. Yeah, but they should just Dragon Pulse. No reason not to. So, Noivern kills Wash. And now we can go into either Polt here, or we can go into Lycanroc. I'm going to choose Lycanroc here. Should be pretty safe. I can Terra. And can I kill with a Brick Break here? I don't think so, which sucks. But I can go ahead and fire off a Terastallized Stone Edge here. And do some big damage. It sucks it's going to force in the Drill. That forces in Mudsdale. But now he can't switch in his Sceptile into my Mudsdale. So we'll be in a great spot. I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Stone Edge here. That or I can just a Cell Rock right now. Because I don't think he stays in. But I'm just going to go ahead and... do I Cell Rock to make sure I don't miss? I think so, because no matter what, he goes into... yeah, I'm going to do that instead. And make sure I don't miss. Rock. Kills Noivern. It doesn't reveal that I'm Scarfed, which is nice. And I don't have to worry about the miss, because no matter what, you bring in Drill here. Drill is just like 100% you bring in. I believe. And... so no matter what, I was gonna be forced out. No matter what, I'm forced probably into my Mudsdale here because I don't think you go Vape. They're gonna go Boulder, and we aren't gonna see any boots. We are gonna see the... let's see, what are we boosting here? The speed with the energy booster, the booster energy, and we're gonna go right into our Mudsdale here, and we're gonna see what this thing wants to do to me. And my SD might just straight up attack into me, and we know it's that Power Herb Solar Blade. Because we saw an item. That's another thing. So he doesn't have anything to like immediately threaten me. I don't believe. What are you gonna do? You're gonna SD? You're gonna SD here. Pretty scary, won't lie. But we kill with an EQ here every single day of the week. We live any hit from this thing. So we just EQ here. And we're in a great spot. So we're gonna go ahead and fire off the EQ. We know he's not Shucko. We saw the thing already. They don't have an immunity to this EQ. They really don't have a switch in at all. They're going to Psycho Cut me. They're going to crit me. I think it has a high chance to the crit, but either way, like getting the Psycho Boost crit is annoying. But we're going to kill. So Mudsdale kills. Kills Boulder. So down it goes. Because, right, Psycho Cut has a high chance to crit? I believe so. But that doesn't mean you should get it. Yeah, it's only one stage, so it still like wasn't like even a 50-50 or anything like that. So that sucks that he got the crit. These crits are pretty annoying. They can go into Sceptile here. I imagine that's their play. You don't go into Draw or Inte, because Draw or Inte I don't believe knock me out because I have the stamina boost. You could go Vape, I guess. So it's either Vape or Sceptile. I think those are your two switch-ins here. If you go Vape, I kinda don't have a great play for that. I'm not gonna lie. I lost my Rotom. Klefki can't sit on it anymore. They're gonna go Sceptile though, which is cool. Do I just sack my Mudsdale here? I feel like I do, because it does nothing for me at this point. That, or I go into Dragapult, but I think I die to anything he wants to do to me now that he crit me. So I don't think there's any point in that. Let me make sure I don't live a hit from this thing. We go with the spec set. Oh, that's the wrong Sceptile. Sceptile. Go with like choice specs. Level 50ers. Giga Drain is going to do a lot. Yeah, so we don't survive this hit. So I'm going to go ahead and sack off my Mudsdale here. I'm going to try to Earthquake it, see if I can pick up the KO. They're going to Dragon Pulse me. So actually, can I live? I wonder what that roll was. They're going to pick up the KO though. And they're locked in Dragon Pulse. So now I can go into my... I actually could have gone Polt, maybe, but I don't know if Polt kills. We're going to go into our Lycanroc here. So what happens? Sceptile kills Mudsdale. So now we can Terastallize and click the move. I don't love this. Can I kill Sceptile right now with a Brick Break? If I can, that's what I'm clicking 100% of the time. It's a roll. I don't love it. I really want to double here. I'm not going to lie. I want to double. So freaking bad on Excadrill coming in. Well, I know he's stuck in a Dragon Pulse. Can I live a Dragon Pulse? And it doesn't matter. If they go into Drill right now, I can go into Blaziken, or I can go into OE, and we'll be in a fine spot. I can just Flamethrower. Oh, man. I'm going to Terra, and I'm going to go for the Brick Break on the Drill coming in. Oh, they stayed in. I'm just overplaying, dude. I'm overplaying myself. I do this every single week. Okay. Can we live the Dragon Pulse? Can we live the Dragon Pulse right now? It says we should. So then this won't be like a big misplay. We're going to go ahead and Brick Break. Not going to pick up the KO. It says we should live this. Okay. We can Brick Break again. Which is great. We can Brick Break again. We got Sceptile down. Okay. Lycan kills Sep. That Sceptile was way more problematic than it needed to be. So you got the Vape at full, you got the Entei still around, and we got the Drill. The Entei's a problem with the extreme speed. But after Rocks, I think Polt can kill it. Vape needs to be chipped down. And then we have Drill in the back. So we're going to actually see the Vape come in here. They can Ice Beam or Scald. I really wish I could go into Blaziken here and pick this off. I don't think I can though. If I Brick Break, how much am I doing? And can I bring this thing into range for something else on my team? Assuming you're physically defensive. Brick Break's only doing about like 20%. Blaziken needs you way, way lower than that. And then we have Dragapult. How much is Dragapult doing? I'm only doing about 30-40%. So if I Brick Break, I don't even bring you into range of anything. I know I can live another turn of Chip. I need OE alive so it can kill the Entei because of extreme speed in the back. I'm going to go ahead, go into this, hope for an Ice Beam. I think that's my play. We're gonna go ahead and go into our Blaziken, and then we can close combat. We're gonna see Shadow Ball. Okay. Not even Ice Beam. We're gonna see Shadow Ball. I know we can take that. And we can just fire off a CC to kill this thing, which is nice. Not kill this thing, but put this thing in range of everything else on my team. And I think we could win this. It's very, very close. Oh, man. Okay, so let me think here. We're going to drop to this Vape right now. Vape is going to kill us. Unless they swap for some reason. But Vape is going to kill us. And then we can go into our Pult. I think our Pult's our best play. We got a crit. No, that just straight up killed. That wasn't a crit. That just straight up killed. Okay. That changes the game completely. Blaziken kills Vape. I'm surprised that just dropped. I wonder what that Vape set was. So we have Entei, which can come in here, obviously. Blaziken's sitting at 25 right now. HP. Can I live another? I can live Rocks one more time. We have the Entei, of course, which should come in. I mean, at extreme speeds. I guess they're scared of... I don't know. I guess they're scared of being locked into it, assuming they're banded set. They're going to go into Entei here. And I have to sack something. And I think every single day I sack Rotom here. Or not Rotom. Yeah, every single day I sack this. I don't need this anymore. I get out prioritized because extreme speed's +2, a Star Rock's only +1. But I stack this and I get to go into my what is it called? My Dragapult. So Entei's gonna pick up the kill here. Yeah. So Entei kills Lycanroc. And now we can go into our Pult here. And we're going to have to try to pick up a kill here. Or we have to do a double. Okay, because here's my thought process, right? If I don't kill here, I don't ever kill here with the Draco unless I crit. So, but they're forced out because they're locked into extreme speed. At least I assume they are banded locked into extreme speed here. So I double into Blaziken, and I get the protect off to make sure I outspeed the drill in the following turn, and I can just outspeed it, and then we should be fine. So I think that's my play. I have to swap into Blaziken here. But what sucks though, what sucks is after Rocks, we only have one Life Orb pit left. So it doesn't even matter, right? What was I in with just now? I was just in with Pult. I should have Flamethrowered. That was my way of winning the game. I Flamethrower there. I don't switch into Blaziken. I go for the Flamethrower. I two-shot this thing with Flamethrower plus Shadow. So Entei can't come in. And then I win the game from there. That was the way I won the game. I just choked it. That's going to be the game. And there goes my playoff hopes because I choked this game away at the end. So that's going to suck. So unless we crit here at the end, which is completely, you know, possible, that's going to be the game. Oh, man. Yeah. So I had that Flamethrower here. We would have two-shot the drill coming in. And then if they Shadow Balled, I would have two-shot the Entei coming in and have they like swapped it out. So they would have died there. And then Blaziken was always able to protect and pick off whichever Dragapult didn't pick off. So that was my play. I should have Flamethrowered with my Dragapult instead of doubling into Blaziken. So that's how we're going to lose the game. It sucks. What? I mean, I don't think this matters. I don't think this matters at all. Right? Blaziken kills Entei. Blaze dies to LO. And now they go into drill here. and I don't think Dragon Bolt kills. I don't think that matters. They just did that for the sake of doing it, I guess. Oh yeah, it shouldn't matter. Best case, I get the flamethrower crit here. Is that my only way of winning this game right now? Yeah, I need a flamethrower crit to win this game. So can we get a flamethrower crit? I mean, it'd be deserved after everything else. So let's see. Can we get it? Can we keep our playoff hopes alive with a high roll or a crit or something like that? We're gonna flamethrower here. Nah, no, not even close, bud. Alright, we're gonna drop and kills pulled, and that's gonna drop us down and lose the playoffs for us, or our playoff chances probably. Oh man, that sucks. I feel like I outplayed myself the entire game, and then at the very end, I had that chance to win. Had I flamethrowered as the drill came in, we could have Shadow Ball on the following turn. They probably let drill drop there, and then they go into Inte, and then we just win because we can pick up the damage we need for Blaziken. They can't lock in E-Speed because we have Pull, so we would have won there. I completely misplayed there, so that was completely on me. Sucks, but there goes our playoff chances probably. GG once again to our opponent. Go check them out. If they have any socials, they'll be down in the description below, as well as the whole SDA playlist in case you want to check out how we've gotten to this point. You can go check out all the battles down there. And then lastly, the UNPL playlist is down there. So if you guys want to check a league where I'm performing a lot better, I don't usually perform this bad, I think. But if you guys want to check out a better league, you can go check out the UNPL over down in the description below. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe for more draft league content. I upload 2 draft leagues every single week. And that's going to be it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.